Hi everybody, welcome back to the online bridge classroom. Well, last time I've shared two hands from our first round robin of the National Game Selection Trials. Well, and this time I will share another two from the second round robin. Well, as a brief recap, our team did not start well in the first round robin and will score less than 16 VPs in the first two matches. Well, so we have got some work to do in the second round robin in order to secure a place in the finals. Well, first come this boring 12-point count. Well, partner in second seed, foul against not, open a preemptive 3 club. Right hand opponents come in with 3 hearts. Well, what should I do now? Well, with 4 card support in clubs, it seems attractive to block out our opponents in 4 clubs, or maybe even in 5 clubs. Well, let's slow down a bit, however. Is there a better option than that? Well, partners preempt this seed and this foul should come from a very promising hand. Well, I've got a jack of clubs with me. Give partner a 7-carded club suit headed by the king and queen. Well, it's still not so enough for a 3 club opening here. Well, so perhaps if he still have an ace outside, we could easily have 9 tricks with the help of a hard lead, which is very likely to come. Well, even if that's not the case, even if 3-0 trump will go down, it's unlikely to go down by a large number. Well, so at the table, I think that the risk is worth a try. Well, so I bid 3-0 trump over opponent's 3 heart. Well, the trade stayed at the other side for some moment, and well, what comes back actually gives me a huge surprise. Well, left-hand opponent chooses to save in 4 hearts, and partner competed in 4-0 trump. Well, I was quite scared at the moment, like I bid 3-0 trump with such a light hand, but to my relief, nobody doubled, so 4-0 trump followed by 3 passes, the auction comes to an end. With me playing in 3-0 trump, as expected, they lead a heart, and dummy comes down. Well, partner has the 8-carded club suit headed by king and queen as well as the ace of diamonds. Well, in his point of view, his hand should be much more than what I expect from my 3-0 trump bid. Well, so he made this brilliant bid of 4-0 trump, securing our vulnerable game contract. Well, it's true that if South managed to lead a diamond, the contract would have went down by 1 trick. Well, who would blame South for leading a heart on this auction, right? Well, let's take a look at the whole hand, and this is the whole story. So South chose to lead a heart, and that has gave the contract away. We will score 8 club tricks, the king of hearts as well as the ace of diamonds. Well, this board has helped us spank in a massive 13 imps. So the next board I want to share returns to some low-level decisions which eventually resulted in a partial swing. Well, you have this balanced hand with 9 high card points, while partner opens with 1 heart. And right-hand opponent blocks with 2 spade. Well, what would you do now? Well, I have decent strength, but it seems like I have no convenient bid here. Well, I only have 2 card support, not enough for 3 hearts. Only 4-3 in the minors, which is not very comfortable with a double. With 9 high card points is a bit short for an invitational 2-0 trump. Well, it's true that pass is an option to see pass first and see how the story develops. Well, but with 9 high card point and partner having opened the bidding, we have got at least half of the board, in which we call this the balance of power situation, where the 2 sides each hold half of the board. Well, I strongly prefer to act early with this kind of situation to avoid opponents from taking complete control of the auction. Well, out of all the possible options that we've just mentioned, well, the closest choice would be a double. Well, the only bad thing from my hand for a double is the lack of the standard 4-4 minors. Well, however, I think my hand actually is better than what it seems. Let's consider a few options. What could happen? Well, if partner has a balanced hand, even when he has got 4 cards in clubs, he may still choose to bid 2-0 trump with king to 2 spade or even jack to 2 spade. Well, in that case, my spade holding would be super helpful in creating 2 or potentially 3 tricks in the suit. Well, if partner has a 6-carded heart suit and repeats 3 heart, my king double 10 will be a perfect trump support for him. Well, and if partner really rebids 3 club, there's a possibility that the bid will come from a 5-card club suit Or even if not, partner has a singleton spade and 4-card club suit, 3 club could be a good sacrifice against 2 spade as long as nobody doubles, given I am non-vulnerable. Okay, so having considered all these, my choice is to act fast and comes into the bidding with a negative double. While partner really comes back with the bid I wanted to see least, where there's 3 clubs, and the 3 club bid entered the auction. Well, let's see what happened to 3 clubs. Well, partner has really got 5-carded suit for the 3 club bid, and with the perfectly placed high cards, there's not much difficulty in 3 clubs, and we actually finished with 10 tricks. 1 more than required, and a score of a nice 1/30th over there. Well, what happened in the other table was that 2 spade was passed out, and our teammates also made 2 spade with the north-south cards, and it resulted in a 6-im advantage to us. Well, it is true that even without a double, it is still possible for West to compete with 3 club, but with minimal opening strength in shortage in spade, 3 club could result in a very bad if partner has got length in spade and limited helpful values. Well, it's much easier for East to take the initiative to compete rather than West to take the very risky move to compete with 3 clubs with the limited values over there. Well, there are more interesting hands throughout the round, but I cannot share every single one of them here. In the second round robin, one of our matches were tied at 25 to 25 imps, given us exactly 10 VPs. But we managed to score a perfect 20 VP in the other match, which gave us a healthy total of 30 VPs on the second day. Well, that helped us secure a place in the finals as the second ranked team in the round robin. Well, there is more excitement in the finals, and I will be sharing more hands from there in the next episode. So see you all again very soon. Goodbye for now.